Welcome back to Mr. Scott Maths. In this video we're going to take a look at solving equations that involve brackets. Though if there are any other topics you'd like me to cover, please just leave a comment down below and I'll get to that video as soon as I can. Also, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any future maths videos. So in this video we're looking at solving equations where we got brackets. So for example, if we had 2x plus 4 equals 28, but there's two different ways we can do this and we'll look at both of them. The first way we're going to look at is by expanding this bracket to begin with. So if we want to expand the bracket, well, what this means is we've got to multiply this 2 that's on the outside by everything that's on the inside, the 2x and the 4. So let's do that. Let's multiply this bracket out. So 2 multiplied by 2x, well 2 times 2 gives us 4, so that's going to give us 4x. And 2 multiplied by 4, that's going to give us 8. So we have 4x plus 8. And that's still going to be equal to what we've got on the right hand side, this 28. Now, once we've done this step, we've got a two-step equation. So 4x plus 8 equals 28. Well, what that means is whatever x is, if we multiplied it by 4 and added 8, we get an answer of 28. So to find out what x is, we've got to work backwards. And to do that, to begin with, we subtract this 8, because we've got to do the opposite of an adding 8. And we subtract the 8 from both sides of our equals. So on the left-hand side, that's just going to leave us with our 4x. And on the right-hand side, 28 take away 8 leaves us with 20. Now we've got a one-step equation left. So 4x equals 20. So what that means is whatever x is, if we multiplied it by 4, we'd get 20. So we need to undo that multiplying by 4 by dividing by 4, because that's the opposite. So we divide by 4 on both sides. And 20 divided by 4 gives us 5. So our answer is x equals 5. Okay, now we've got exactly the same question as we had last time. However, we're going to look at how we can do this a slightly different way. So last time we expanded our bracket out first of all. However, because what this 2 outside means is that we're multiplying everything that's in here, well actually we can undo that multiplying step first and we can do that by dividing. So we could divide both sides by this 2 here. So on the left hand side, all that's going to give us is what was in the bracket, so there's 2x plus 4. And on the right hand side, 28 divided by 2 gives us 14. So now we've got another two-step equation, this time 2x plus 4 equals 14. Now in this two-step equation, what this means is whatever x is, if we multiplied it by 2 and added 4, we get an answer of 14. So we can work to undo that by going backwards. So we first of all take away this 4 from both sides. So we'd be left on the left with 2x, and on the right, 14, take away 4 gives us 10. And now 2x equals 10, well to undo that multiplying by 2, we've got to divide by 2. So x is going to be equal to 10 divided by 2, which is going to be 5. And that's exactly the same answer, of course, as we got doing it the other method. Okay, let's look at another example. This time we have 3x minus 1 equals 24. And first of all, we'll do this by expanding our bracket out first. So let's expand this bracket. Remember, we've got to multiply this 3 by everything on the inside. So 3 times 3x, that will give us 9x. And 3 times negative 1, that will give us negative 3. And it's equal to 24. Okay, now we've got a two-step equation, 9x minus 3 equals 24. So whatever x is, if we multiplied it by 9, subtracted 3, we get an answer of 24. So to undo that, we first of all need to get rid of the subtract 3. And we do that by doing the opposite of a subtract, we add 3. And we add 3 to both sides. So on the left-hand side, we're just left with our 9x. On the right-hand side, 24 add 3 gives us 27. So now we have 9x equals 27, so whatever x is, if we multiplied it by 9, we get 27. So to undo that multiplying by 9, we need to divide by 9. And 27 divided by 9, that's going to give us an answer of 3. So our answer will be x equals 3. Okay, let's do that same question again, but this time we're going to do it where we're dividing first of all. So we've got to divide by this 3 this time. And of course we do that on both sides. So on the left, we're just left with what was in our bracket, 3x minus 1. On the right, 24 divided by 3 gives us 8. So now we've got our two-step equation, 3x minus 1 equals 8. So whatever x is, if we multiplied it by 3, took away 1, we get an answer of 8. So we need to start undoing that. And first of all, we need to add this 1 to get rid of it. So on the left-hand side, we're just left with this 3x. On the right-hand side, 8 add 1 gives us 9. Now we've got 3x equals 9. Well, to undo that, we need to divide by 3 on both sides. And so we get an answer of x equals, well, 9 divided by 3 gives us 3. So we get x equals 3. And again, that's exactly the same answer as we got doing it in the other method. Okay, here's a question for you to have a go at then. So this time you have 4, 3x minus 7 equals 20. Use whichever method you think is best for you, and I'll go through both of those methods in just a moment. So if you want to pause the video for now, and I'll go through it in a second. Okay, so let's first of all go through this one by expanding our bracket first of all. So we've got to multiply this 4 by everything inside the bracket. 4 times 3x gives us 12. And 12x. 4 times minus 7, that will give us minus 28. And it's equal to 20. So we've got our two-step equation, 12x minus 28 equals 20. To start undoing that, we first need to get rid of this minus 28, and we do that by doing the opposite. So we add 28 to both sides. So on the left-hand side, we're just left with our 12x. And on the right, 20 add 28 gives us 48. Now we've got 12x equals 48, so we've got to divide by this 12 on both sides. So x is going to be equal to 48 divided by 12, which gives us 4. So our answer should be x equals 4. Now let's look at the same question using the other method. So again, this time, first of all, we've got to divide. So we divide by this 4 that's on the outside. And we're going to do that to both sides of our equation. So on the left-hand side, we're just left with what was in our bracket, 3x minus 7. And on the right, 20 divided by 4 gives us 5. So now we've got our different two-step equation, 3x minus 7 equals 5. Well, to solve that equation, we need to first of all get rid of this minus 7, and we do that by doing the opposite. We add 7 to both sides. So on the left, we're left with the 3x. On the right, 5 add 7 gives us 12. Now we have 3x equals 12, so to get what x is on its own, we need to divide by this 3. So x is equal to 12 divided by 3, which gives us 4. Which again was exactly the same answer as we got using the other method. Make sure to like and subscribe for more maths videos.